Last week we talked about Halloween lessons for primary, kind of kindergarten through third grade, and this week we are going to be talking about Halloween lesson ideas for upper elementary. So I am super excited to get into these. 3 of them are like my tried and true. They went so well the past few years, and then there's one that just I'm super excited about and I want to share with you. I think it's going to go great. I know my husband, who also is a music teacher, has done this before, and so he has really enjoyed it, and so I wanted to share that one too. So 4 lesson ideas for Halloween for upper elementary. So first up, I wanted to talk about a play-along video to Spooky Scary Skeletons. And this is actually a glow stick routine, which was so much fun. I think it's so cool, especially, I've talked about this and I'm just going to keep saying it. I think it's so incredibly cool that out of the pandemic, a few good things, but this was so cool just to see so many music teachers putting their lessons online and being able to learn from people and people creating play-along videos. Like, I just think it's so cool. And a lot of these lessons for upper elementary stemmed from a video that I found. And so this one is a glow stick routine to Scary Skeletons, and Spooky Scary Skeletons is a TikTok song that kind of blew up last year, and I think there's like a really intricate dance that goes with it, as you know, as you do on TikTok. So my kids really enjoyed this. I did this with 3rd grade and up last year. I do want to say I think 3rd grade it was a little bit hard. I think that they could do it, but I think 4th grade and up is kind of the sweet spot for this. And essentially, it's like a rhythm stick routine, but instead of using rhythm sticks, you're using glow sticks. And I got my glow sticks from the Dollar Tree. And the only thing I would say for this, the glow sticks can last about a day. I mean, if you get better quality ones, maybe they can last the full day pretty easily. But I got mine from the Dollar Tree, as you do as a teacher. You don't got the money. So I got them from Dollar Tree. And I would say the only thing that's tricky about it is I did it with 3rd grade and 4th grade, and because of that I have 4th grade in the morning, but I had 3rd grade last year in the afternoon, and getting the glow sticks to last that long by the end of, having 3rd grade to use them and then still be really bright was kind of tricky. So I would say if you are going to do this, which I totally recommend, it was so much fun and totally worth it with the glow stick effect and turning the lights off, just making sure that you are picking strategically which grade levels you're going to do with it, because I think, having it, just using them for the morning or just using them for afternoon lessons would be the most ideal, rather than trying to stretch them out through the entire day. The glow just doesn't last the entire one. But again, if you get better quality ones, possibly it might be a better chance. Second up is an escape room. So I feel like Halloween, spooky times, like an escape room is the perfect time to do it during October. And I feel like this, I'm feeling kind of old, because like my 3rd year of teaching, I was at a conference and I remember it just starting to blow up. Escape rooms were the thing, and they stuck around for good reason. Like, they're very fun. So I got a Halloween escape room from the OG TPT, or the OG blogger, Mrs. Miracle's Music Room, and especially my 6th graders, they loved it. And it was so fun. I was just like, wow, I'm like really tricking you into like doing all of these like musical concepts, because it was a lot of like worksheet work and really applying concepts that they should know. And I was like, I don't know if they're gonna like go for this, but like just the fact that it was the escape room aesthetic, like the escape room it kind of hooked them into doing all this, and they were so excited and they were really making sure they were correct. So try out that Halloween escape room. It was really fun, and I'm sure there's some other ones out there. I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for this October. Next up is a Boomwhacker play along to O Fortuna. So O Fortuna is just like creepy, like strong, like, song that is so iconic, and it's so fun to do an instrument play along to it. So I found this video on YouTube, as I do. I am like a YouTube searcher. I love to find new things over there. And I found a recorder play along to it, but it was using solfa. It's do, re, or no, I don't think it has do in it. I think it's re through la, and it was written out that way in solfa. And I was like, on our Boomwhackers we have the solfa, like they can easily transfer it. So I will again link down below for you guys that video, and it is really fun. I broke it down by phrase, and I actually put it on like a slide, and so we could practice those different sections before you put it. Like if I just said press play on this play along and had them just go for it, like it wouldn't totally work out. But breaking it down and saying, here are some sections that keep coming up, let's practice those, like that definitely helped. And there's also a drum part in there too, like when it gets really like crazy at the end. So my students really enjoyed that. I also, because I was color coding, I added my rainbow glockenspiels in there too. And I just don't think so. Like, especially with 6th grade, I feel like we are like, they're older, like we could do this, like, and they can, but sometimes I think I overcomplicate things. So learn from my mistakes. I was like, oh, let's just match the colors. It was just too much. Because then I was like trying to get everybody a chance to play on the drum, everyone to play a chance on the boom whackers, and everyone to get a chance to play on the glockenspiel. And it was just too much rotating and like, you know, no one was a certain one. And then like the rainbow glockenspiels, they had to play all the notes, where like boomwhackers only had to play one of the notes. And I think that really is a sweet spot with them just being in charge of one note. I think it was really overwhelming trying to play all the notes on their rainbow glockenspiel. So, or if you're doing recorder this year, which I don't know how many people are actually doing recorder this year, but if you are, it looks like a pretty awesome recorder play along too, and a really good transfer to, or if your students are ready for that, you know, playing on a barred instrument, you know, the different solfa, that could be really cool also. So very versatile play along video to O Fortuna, and the song is just, you know, so perfect for this time of year. Finally, and finally, Run Boy Run. This is a really fun song. It's a lot more modern. It's not a classical song. I would say, I don't know, it's considered a rock song, an alternative rock song, but it is really good, and it kind of, again, has that like spooky, creepy, like kind of feeling to it, and it is a lot of times used as drum play along. So my husband has a drumming group, and he did it with that, and there's this motif. Is it a theme? A phrase? There's something in there that like repeats a bunch, and it's like this drum piece that essentially is just ticka 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 ta, ticka 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 ta ta, ticka 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 ta, ticka 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 ta ta, and it happens a bunch of times in the song, and students kind of latch on to that, and it's really fun to play on drums. So I found 2 versions. Bowtie Music, I'm a big fan of him. He just released one that is a little more of a simplified arrangement, and it's all for tubanos and like hand drums and things. And then I also found another one that's probably a little more higher level, and that is for bucket drumming, or I actually did pool noodle drumming the other day, and it worked out really well, and I think that would be perfect for playing. So if you're not familiar, you can take a pool noodle. This is not my idea. I found this on a Facebook group, and I was like, that's genius. And because I don't have bucket drums, I'm not really sure if I'm ready to get into the bucket drumming world yet. But essentially, it is a pool noodle like cut about this big, and you cut a slit in it, and you put it on the back of a chair, and that becomes your drumming pad, and you can use rhythm sticks or, you know, drumsticks to play along, and that essentially becomes your drum. And it worked out really perfectly. I did a Vivo play along for Hispanic Heritage Month. That was really fun. And so I think that this Run Boy Run would be perfect on some pool noodle chairs. So that is what I'm planning to use for it, but I know this has been a lesson that has worked really well for my husband and his drumming group, and so I am excited to try it this year. All right, so 4 lesson ideas: Spooky Scary Skeleton with the glow sticks, an escape room from Aileen Miracle, O Fortuna boom whackers, and finally Run Boy Run, a drum piece. I hope there was something new in there for you that maybe you could try out this October with your students. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.